female, you want to be ready. You want to be ready. Here we go. A nigga from Los Angeles writes to BossMack. He say, BossMack, I'm a 29-year-old nigga getting chilly as a bus operator for Metro with 2 bitches on the team. My main bitch is a 31-year-old vice principal at an elementary school in LA Unified. And my number 2 bitch is a 28-year-old beautician. Now my issues are with my main bitch. She has been on the team almost 8 months. I knew her for longer than that, though, as we met at the gym at least a year before we start fucking around. I kept flirting with the bitch on GP until one day she told me she wouldn't mind hanging out with me. So I took her out to Boa for some steaks. We had a good time. She invited me out next and took me to a Michelin 5-star restaurant called The Cut in Beverly Hills. Then she fucked the shit out of me, which was cool. But that was the beginning of her like one-upping me on everything I did. I took the bitch to a Laker game. We kind of sat up high in the C section. Next thing you know, she had Laker tickets and we was sitting damn near next to the floor. Also, this bitch has a PhD in education, and I just started taking classes at El Camino College, which is a junior college. I'm majoring in computer science, looking to design video games in the future. Now, when I told my bitch about this, a bitch looked at me kind of side-eyed. Now, the pussy and mouth is great. However, over time, I feel like this bitch stays flexing her status over me as far as her job title, money she earns, and level of education. The cold part of the game is this bitch does this in very subtle ways. At first, I felt proud to have a bitch like this, but now I do not know. Feeling kind of led me to adding the number 2 bitch to the team. Now, she's only been around for 3 months, but I have way more fun with that bitch. What are your thoughts on this? I feel like my main bitch is using me for dick and to have an attractive nigga on her side, and the niggas on her level as far as education and salary ain't trying to fuck with her. Mr. 1950.
Yeah, man. I think
I know that was a long drive.
Oh no, I get it all.
God damn.
Like I said, man, it's slow down for me. So, you could tell his leadership is terrible.
That's what I'm about to say.
He don't have no influence.
Oh yeah. God.
He don't have a vision, because the game has vision is a part of the game. You got to be able to see what type of bitch that she is. So he didn't recognize that. It seemed like she was pursuing him, and it was kind of startled him. So he kind of just let it happen.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So there's a lot of components there. But I think one of the biggest things is that he has no direction for these bitches. There's no plan for these bitches. He's not. 8 months. She has way too much. It's a lot of life going on for 8 months. Like there's no vetting process. This bitch should not even be really rocking with him. First of all, the steak dinner threw me off.
Yeah, what the fuck you feeding the bitch for?
You giving her all this steak?
Well, okay, look, bro. We have a nigga just drives a bus, and you put a vice principal on the team.
But
you already like. It's sucker shit to do that, but what I'm saying is, a nigga feeling, if you driving a bus, you know what I'm saying, and then you feel like you came up.
Yeah, but he got to set the tone.
Yeah,
the tone has to be set. So Bitch, if I have
He thought it was impressive, you know.
yeah. If I got Applebee money, bitch,
Right.
come to Applebee.
But then she one-upped him the next time. She took him to a higher level.
Yeah. No. And I don't even like that. Like, bitch,
Yeah, I hate that
I
shit.
control that.
Competing.
Like, look, and this is part of the silverback.
Competing.
Like, bitch, hold on. Like, hold on. Nobody told you to do this. I will tell you how to spend this money. If you want to take me somewhere, cool. But it ain't going to be better than Applebee's. Okay? This is the area I want us to be in. And so I feel like that we're going to wine and dine in places like that when you deserve it. Just because I'm with you, I know that I'm the prize. I'm the value. And you want me in these environments. Nah, bitch. If you Applebee's, Chili's. Yeah, hey, that's where we at.
Yeah, what about his
You know
fuck
what I mean?
game? He ain't fucking.
No.
He fucked her.
He can't fuck.
He fucked her after the steak dinner.
But okay, wait.
After they went to the cut, he got the fuck.
I'm saying
He
he
got the fuck.
actually.
We don't know. We really don't know about his fuck game.
Oh, I tell you why.
Okay, elaborate.
Because if this motherfucker was fucking, the second dinner would be at the bitch's house instead of going to the steak. She would want to cook for him to show submission. She would want to say, you know what, I'm fucking with you. I want to, you know.
Okay, first he took her to Boa.
Okay.
Then she came back and took him to the cut, a higher level steakhouse
That was
in Beverly
disrespect.
Hills,
That was
which was disrespect. Okay, now then she fucked him after that.
Okay, but
Okay,
now he's complaining. But now he's
I
complaining
see
about
what you're saying, boss man.
No.
competing.
Yeah, I see
I feel what you're saying, but he's competing.
No. Yeah, but not just that though, Steve. Like, he rewarded her with dick after she did something that was disrespectful to her.
So he rewarded bad behavior.
He rewarded bad behavior. It's a whole lot in here, man. But it all come down to his leadership.
Okay, now here's another thing.
Yeah.
A bitch that's a vice principal is trying to be a principal, which is a leader. Now, if you driving buses,
All right, but hold on, boss man.
no. I'm just pointing out the natural position of the guy in all of this.
All right, but hold on. Let's put BossMack topsoil, the bus driver. The bitch is a principal. The bitch is still gonna be a principal, but she gonna submit her at when she clock out. She gonna be.
Well, see,
the one
BossMack's a mutant though.
But no,
remember, I said this earlier. I said this earlier.
I know.
BossMack's a mutant though, so we can't.
Well, fuck you. I'm just trying to make. I'm trying to make a goddamn point here.
I hear you.
Boss man, I'm trying to make a point here. When you had a game, I don't give a fuck if you are a garbage man. I don't give a fuck what the fuck you are. What that bitch does, okay, her job is what she does.
Right.
So when she clocks out or clocks in, she can run and do all that leadership principle shit. But when she clocks the fuck out and comes to me, she's gonna be running behind me. She's gonna submit to me. She's not gonna boss me around and feel, because he doesn't believe in himself. He's like, I'm a bus driver. So here's the problem. You should be proud of what you do. And what you do should never worry or look for validation. Because he's saying, well, it sounds like she makes more money. I'm a bus driver.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck if I was picking almonds.
I don't give a
bitch.
fuck. That's my whole point.
If I was an almond picker, bitch, you gonna wash these almond picking clothes.
I know
nigga.
you'll get.
And you gonna crease my shit up for the day. You know what I mean?
But that's the point I'm making, Boss Mac. The motherfucker doesn't have any leadership skills, but he's ashamed of his job. And he's looking at her job saying it's a more money job, so I've got to kind of submit to her leadership and influence. Because he keeps running bus driver to principal. I don't give a fuck what you are, Boss Mac. You a motherfucking man at the end of the day, no matter what your job is.
Man, it's just,
man,
it's hard for me, dog.
It's hard,
it's
man.
like hearing
It's hard.
this. Like, do these niggas forget that their legs is on your shoulders, nigga?
Right.
You were shoving her motherfucking head through the headboard and telling that bitch to shut up, and you spanking the shit out of this bitch. Where do they forget that she is submitting to you? You know what I mean? And then and you gonna reward the bitch? Bitch, why are you bringing me to this uppity restaurant? So you didn't like my shit, bitch?
Right.
Fuck
Yeah,
you.
man.
You know
it's
what?
real.
It's in my mind as fuck you, but now I'm such a nigga, and it's finesses in me So I'm going to turn this motherfucker around so cold that she's going to feel so disappointed that she messed up, that she's going to feel so bad. That bitch is going to bring me where I need her to bring me. She going to do what she wanted. She had to prove herself.
Now, what you think about the Laker game move she did? They went to the Laker game and sat up high. Then she came back and they sat down low.
Yeah, right there is disrespect.
It's disrespect.
Like bitch, if I'm impoverished, bitch, you impoverished.
Yeah.
Don't try to raise me out of this.
Don't try to raise
You know
me
what I
out
mean,
of
bitch?
this,
If we the nosebleed, bitch, your nose is bleeding.
Yeah.
Right,
Together.
No, bitch. And this is where a man needs to stand up and let her know, hey. I'm gonna let you know anyway. You know what I mean? When you really officially under my program,
Yeah.
I'm going to be running the money.
Oh,
And
your money's
I'm going to dictate
Yes.
where we go,
And
how we sit,
why we go,
what we do. And right now, your lifestyle and your goals and your mind is down there, right?
Yeah.
But in my mind, being up here
Yeah.
is saving money for us to do X, Y, and Z. Bitch.
X, Y.
You know what I mean?
But-
so this is what I'm teaching her. I'm teaching her right now because I know she's blowing her
But
little
is
money.
it possible to assume leadership of a bitch like that?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Day one.
But see, you coming from silverback level.
Yeah.
Hey, but that's
You already coming from silverback.
What else can you do?
If I'm coming,
Come on.
if I'm as a young nigga out here, the bitch is older than him. He's
So?
29. So I'm out here as a bus driver.
Okay. This motherfucker here.
I done enrolled at El Camino I'm at the JC. I just took some classes. I'm doing like this over some of the computer science classes that I'm taking, right? And I met a kind of bad bitch at the gym, and she like, I'm a vice principal
I agree.
with a PhD.
I agree, man.
Nah, fuck
I
that.
might be made.
No, I agree with the situation.
Okay. She
He's
wanna
a sucker.
She want.
Doing sucker stuff.
But the one.
What's the what? Now? How you gonna manage that?
Because he used the word game. If he actually had game, he wouldn't be having these problems. Because we haven't even talked about the second bitch that he talking
love
about.
the second bitch.
No, because she's doing something. You remember he's saying she's doing
He had
something.
more fun with her.
What the fuck you mean? Why? If I can't have fun with the first bitch, why is she around me?
Because why is she around me?
That's what I'm saying.
Why is she
Why?
around me?
Yeah.
Why?
And
See, I don't know if it's manageable. I
Oh,
don't,
man,
because
she gotta
she might have to go.
That damn saying she gotta fucking go.
I agree with you.
And then on the other side of going, she might find respect and admiration.
and crawl back.
But I also find it odd that you having so much fun with a bitch in 3 months.
Oh yeah, man.
Like I'm gonna be honest with you, dog. Like we can have a few good moments.
Yeah.
But you remember what I was talking about earlier?
Bro.
I was like, I live in a space of this is just not enough. Yeah, I just like when you're with these women and you just promote them into like, oh, we had such a great time. Everything is like this bitch needs to work
Yeah, put that work in.
to get to the
Levels.
of my appreciation.
Yeah, keep going up.
And
Climb
like
that
if you
fucking
a
mountain.
nigga and you just in 3 months, David Buster in a bitch. You know what I mean? We out here at carnivals and shit. I have so much fun.
Holding bears.
He
and
didn't
shit.
say what they was doing.
No,
He
but
just
I'm
said
saying
he
that's what I
enjoying
get.
he
You know what I
enjoying a bitch's company.
Yeah.
Right. He's having more fun with a bitch. Now let me say what that might be. Now, if you got a bitch that's subtly flexing on you about her
What
status,
What bitch?
The
the first
first
bitch.
one, yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'm saying what
She-
bitch? Flex. What do you mean what bitch? She gone.
No, he ain't got rid of her.
He ain't got rid of her.
That's what he's questioning. He's like, man, the bitch is making me feel like this. And I'm one. So basically, what it is a nigga thought he had a superior bitch, right?
Fuck.
He thought like, man,
Yeah.
this is a vice principal bitch. She got a PhD. This is a hell of a bitch. But as he's experiencing the bitch, she's giving him the essence of all those things, like my education is way superior.
Yeah.
I'm making more money than you. Basically bullying for the leadership.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She ain't going nowhere though. He ain't leading to let that bitch go.
So if he writes a letter like this, and I know he want the game for BossMack, and we gave him a lot today, but if he wrote the letter, his mindset
so fucked
is very, to me, it's in a position of submission. He doesn't
Teetering.
It's teetering. He doesn't have the ability to understand that he needs to have a foundation on the things he believes in. And if one of them is, he mentioned the nosebleeds and then the court side, the food and in the different restaurant. He's mentioned these things. The nigga's ego is hurt.
Oh yeah,
so you know,
he bruised.
He is so like when he's writing this letter,
he hurt.
Right.
So, I mean, typing it up, hitting BossMack up with it. These are the things that affected him.
Shit.
So you have to know, dog. Like,
and he said she kind of side-eyed when he disclosed his ambitions.
What are we doing side-eye? That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna tell you right now, boss. There's a lot of exits, but when a bitch ever looks disappointed, the bitch gotta go.
Oh, you gotta get the fuck out.
The bitch ever look at me disappointed.
Now, let's say you've been drinking cloudy water. That's all you had was cloudy water.
Yeah.
With different mineral sediment flavors in it. You know, you've been drinking cloudy water. And then all of a sudden somebody give you a Fuji.
This nigga here. This nigga here, man. He said a fucking. This nigga did he say a Fuji water?
Nigga drinking Arrowhead. Now this nigga gets some Fuji. Yeah.
I'm just saying, bro.
You right.
But it's still
see, and that's why I always say,
T-Tone, what's up with it? That's my nigga. That's my nigga right there. T-Tone. Okay, go ahead, man.
Nah. What I was saying was, like you said with the water, it's like niggas gotta understand their own value.
Right.
You gotta know your value. And if you don't know your value, nigga, you will fall for anything. And this is why I always say, nigga, you need to get you some game like your life depended on it.
Right.
Right? And because niggas without game, you vulnerable out here.
Right.
Nigga, you know how vulnerable a nigga is?
Fuck, man.
Without know-how?
Right.
Fuck.
Without the strength to say, nah, bitch, we ain't doing that.
We ain't doing that shit.
Right.
And know how to say it in a way that makes her feel good.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you know how many times I done told a bitch it's over and they're just like, no.
And see, that's the thing right there. Okay, now, this is where I'm going with it. Okay, there's different moments where he should have said, bitch, we done.
Yeah.
Looking at me side-eye when I discuss my career ambitions.
Start from the beginning. Go with the
I think that's the worst ever.
The upgrade, the going to the different steakhouse, that's like a red flag. A serious red flag, right? And then and then any type of when you picking up them energies of this bitch is flexing on me, her degree on me like a motherfucker all the time, bitch, why you with me? You know what I'm saying? Obviously a bitch needs you. She needs you.
100%.
She needs masculinity, but she trying to assume leadership.
I think
she's trying to mold this nigga.
Yeah. I think she likes control.
She's trying to mold, but women don't like control.
I know they don't.
She's only taking control because she wants him to take it, so she wants him to overtake her.
But so
I think a nigga like me in that whole situation, me and that bitch would be perfectly fine.
Right.
Because I know how to make that bitch dance when she don't.
Okay, you got a lot of confidence because you got a college degree, you smart, all this shit. We talking about somebody who doesn't have that.
All right, mineral water.
Yeah, you understand me?
Yeah, and I agree.
So,
but I look at somebody like my father. Like my father, he's not. He's not like very book smart.
Right.
Nigga's a street nigga, but he works extremely hard. But he knows a lot of how, like you said, like the behaviors of humans.
Right.
He knows this shit.
Right.
And he can anticipate situations really well. Like, so it's like he needs a mentor. He needs somebody to tell him right now. Like that's why he say he trying to hit BossMack. Like he needs BossMack to help him reset his game.
Reset his
And
standards.
see, like I feel like when a bitch step on your, if a bitch step on your goals and aspirations, if you and I'm not even a fan of releasing that information.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know, that's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's some
You
shit
know?
that we could be 8 years in, and she just may now hear it.
You know
I
what
mean?
I'm saying? Because a bitch critique some shit.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like bitches need to see some shit to believe. They talking about it is like they ready to critique some shit.
I'm like I don't like to be side eyed for nothing though.
Right.
I don't care if I tell you go get your coat because it's cold outside and you didn't want to do it, so you just side eye me. See, like right there, that's a breaker up offense. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like that type of behavior because that's infectious.
Now, see,
You know what I mean?
my thing is there's revelations to be had on the other side of dismissals. Like, to me, you gotta, certain things you gotta be willing to be like, you know what, we done.
Oh, 100%. You gotta
What
have.
you mean we done? I discussed my career ambitions, and I just didn't like that energy, man. And I don't want you to corrupt my I don't.
But
you all close to me and shit,
yeah.
and you gonna corrupt me with your doubt and shit like you don't want me
that's the
to
Fiji
elevate.
water. That's the Fiji water.
See,
No. That's the muddy water. That's the muddy water.
said if you drinking muddy water
the
first.
Fiji water is the other bitch. Like, cause when I drink that, I mean, this bitch is over here. She's happy to see me. She's not throwing out all of these.
But
deep-
is he writing about the Fiji or the mineral? So the Fiji don't matter.
He's writing about the shitty water.
Right. So
right?
the Fiji don't
He
matter.
just said that he started drinking Fiji recently.
Right. That's
You
the
know what
problem.
I'm saying?
This nigga say Fiji. Yo,
Now, what I'm saying, now look, you got to see what I'm talking about right here. When I say he's drinking shitty water, he's been dealing with this bitch that's treating him shitty.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But you don't know that you being treated shitty because you got one bitch, right? And you just like, I've been dealing with this, and then I just felt the inclination to add a new bitch. And now I'm having enjoyment because I'm not experiencing the same shit that this bitch is, even though I'm supposed to be excited about this bitch because all her credentials and the shit that she got going on and that she chose me and this and that, but it's not fun. This bitch is reminding me of my limitations. She's, she ain't enthusiastic about when I said my career goal. She one up me on the whole every time. Do I really want this bitch? That's what he really was like. Am I tripping?
Well, here's a trick.
And see, my thing is, when you get enough red flags, you could just be like, bitch, we done. You got to have the heart to say, bitch, we done. Even in the face of something that on paper supposed to look great on paper, but the experience is some bullshit.
But here's the problem. Boss.
Right on paper, but the experience.
Yeah, but boss,
It's
here's the problem. Everything's cool for 3 months until the bitch find out what the fuck he is, and she's gonna start doing what the first bitch is doing.
Well, she don't. Okay, now here's the thing I noticed, and you should notice this too, because you work in this space. Bitches that have them type of jobs have these kind of problems.
Yeah, and also too, there's no men around to regulate them. Yeah, at those
And the
locations.
niggas that's on that level ain't fucking with them. Bitch, get the fuck on. I'll chill with this other. I got all these other bitches. Bitch, I ain't
But
finna.
those are the ones though that if you got some real game, those are the ones that will run through a wall for you. If you got that real game,
But you gotta
those
have the
type
heart to administer
Yeah.
the
Right.
game.
And
You gotta
this is-
have the heart to administer the game.
this is where the silverback like you dominate them from day one.
But he ain't dominating. He's
No,
not.
that's what
But see, now watch this. See, now he younger than her, right?
Yeah.
Now see, See, you coming in with, I need to take control of this situation.
All time.
Everybody ain't coming in like
Yeah,
that. Some niggas is happy to be there type shit.
Yeah.
You know,
a whole lot of them.
Yeah, a lot of them.
I'm happy.
Whole
Damn,
lot of
I ain't had a bitch with a PhD. You forget you still got to check this bitch when she get out of pocket.
It's got to
feel
happen,
me?
though. It's the right boss. Boss.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
But boss, it's got, okay, everything's sunshine and rainbows right now.
Right.
There's going to be a point,
You talking about the new bitch.
the new bitch, there's got to
Right.
be a point where he going to have to nut the fuck up because she going to get out of order.
But see, look, the difference between the first bitch and the new bitch is the first bitch got all these credentials and salary. See what you gotta see. That'll blow a lot of motherfuckers. It's a lot of niggas out there.
Non-mutants.
That the credentials will blow a nigga mind.
Right.
There's a bitch saying I'm a vice principal
I agree.
and a PhD and she look kind of good. You in another dimension unless you just got heart like a motherfucker.
Common denominator, BossMack. Two bitches, he's the common denominator. So if he still has the same behavior with the first bitch, he's gonna have the same behavior with the second bitch. It's going to
But if the second bitch don't have the same credentials.
So I will say this: she may not have the same credentials, but he's the same man.
Right,
Exactly.
which means
And so that he's going to be in that situation, and then that inner bitch
gonna come out.
So you saying his suckerism is across the board?
yeah,
across
because
the board.
across the board.
It aligns.
It doesn't matter.
And it
Money.
aligns. So like just like when you drive in the car, if you got a slow leak in one of those tires, all those other tires got to pick up the slack when it starts leaking, and eventually that tire is going to flat, and you start to hear that motherfucking sound. You're gonna hear that sound. If you keep driving that you're gonna be on the rim.
Yep.
So what I'm saying to you is that you have to know as a man, like if you're not consistent, if you don't come to any relationship with some type of a plan, foundation, if you don't have none of that, every one of those tires is going to be on the rim, and that woman's going to know that you have no ability to lead her,
So-
give her, like, you can't teach her. Because I'm just look at this letter. I don't think he can teach them women nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
Either one of them.
None. Zero.
Okay.
Zero.
How to ride a bus.
Okay, the first bitch, right?
Yep.
The first bitch.
Yeah.
Okay, when you come in with them credentials,
Okay.
right? Okay, like I said, you coming from a position of
Man.
that shit don't mean nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? And that shit don't mean nothing to me. But to niggas, I have seen niggas struggle with that. Like,
Yeah, I know.
As
Me
far
too.
as like,
a lot of my clients.
they could deal with bitches on their level. They don't have no problem checking the bitches on their level with the don't have no degrees, the regular hood, but they with that. I've even seen niggas who were supposed to be players that made a lot of money selling dope. I seen niggas who made a lot of money selling dope players. Acquire a bitch like that and lose his ability to check a bitch because of the credential.
But he.
And a bit, and now, I'm just saying, because niggas is used to, but niggas is used to dealing with, hood bitches and bitches that, she only got a high school degree and, so a nigga got a different kind of confidence.
Yeah, but the problem is as a young man, they got to treat him all the same. Her money-
Exactly.
Her money doesn't make her who she is. And
Exactly.
That's the problem.
Exactly.
The problem
But
is,
they don't. What he's saying is they don't see that though.
You
they
can't
don't
see
I know,
it.
wait, they don't
They-
see
they're
it,
not
but that's
able
where
to
the
see
game-
it.
That's
Yeah.
where the game come in.
That's where they need to be taught.
That's where the game come in at. They got to understand that what she does isn't who she is. That's just her job. That's her money. But you can benefit from that money through your leadership.
Yeah,
Right.
I like women with a whole lot of. So I don't like. So there's no challenge to me. Like I don't see a bitch as a challenge. Like it's no, because I got her. Like I promise. Like Like I don't even know how else to say it other than I got her. Once I speak to her, I got her, and I can see that I got her because I know where it's going, because I got foundation. I know what I need her to do, and I know how I need it, what it needs to look like in order for her to do it. And then if she gets out of line, like I am such a fucking savage with the words. Like I don't need to cuss you out. I'm a cold nigga.
Right.
I don't need to cuss you out.
Yeah.
I'm so cold. The way I move, the way I communicate, that it challenges her to be the best she can ever be in life.
Yeah, but
Because, yeah, go ahead.
I know. I was saying I had that. What he had when I was in my 20s. I'm sure you had that too. I was only making $4.35 an hour, like Kids Kingdom. I was eating Hamburger Helper, TV dinners, ramen noodles.
I hated Hamburger Helper.
I know,
man.
but that's all I could afford. That's all I could afford. And the bitches had way much more money than me. But the thing was, I'm running shit. I don't give a fuck about your money. And when you pull up in your nice little car, you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna get the fuck out and go all the way around and get the passenger seat, and I'm gonna sit in the front seat. The driver's seat.
And I could. You said something earlier. I can agree with a little bit of this too. Like, we don't know if his pipe game is good, but we can tell it ain't.
It ain't, dog. He ain't
Because
fucking.
let me go ahead and say this too. Sometimes when you can't lead, if you knocking the lining out of that thing,
Right.
If you hitting the bottom of that thing, that lasts a long time. Meaning, she will fall in line for a long time. She will get used to it though, and eventually, she'll take you over because you don't have enough mouthpiece, a game to stay consistent. But like, if he really was, he said 8 months. I'm thinking, nigga, you ain't got enough pipe for 8 months for this bitch to pipe down. Like, this bitch should not be talking 8 months.
No,
I'm just saying, and we're not just talking like when you being sexual with a woman though. You really digging into her body and mind though. If you really doing like the way that you do her, the way you touch this woman without touching her in her mind,
yes,
and everything you doing to her inside of her, you working her up inside. Nigga, this woman is going to be away.
Yeah.
A lot longer than 8 months.
Okay, now have you evaluated these kind of bitches?
Yeah, I
How you observe them in their relationships?
What do you mean?
Okay, like a bitch that's like a principal of a.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
they're normally not in happy places. They're not, and because a lot of it though is because they're taught wrong in their own profession. They're taught that they're equal to men, and so certain professions
superior
or equal.
Right.
But a lot of it is the way they're taught. And so like I'm an older man now, but if I was a 25-year-old nigga hitter like I was with some mouthpiece, I will overtake her quick but not in my age now, I wouldn't want to tussle with a bitch mentally, verbally. Yeah. Like I like ready-made bitches. I like ready-made bitches in like this day. Like, he's a young nigga. He should be thoroughly ready to go at all times.
See, it's revelations on the other side of dismissing a bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When she do an infraction that's unforgivable, you know what I'm saying?
He said unforgivable.
We done. And then, just like your pop say, well, if she still fuck with you after you tell her we done, after you tell her she done, and she come back in a few days and be like, you know what, that's unacceptable. We need to talk about this. Talk about what? We needed to talk about, I can't, it was working. The disrespect. We need to recalibrate what's going on. Well, but you understand what I'm saying? It's revelations to be found on the other side of a dismissal.
Well, y'all talk about talk, but we missing one other thing. Used to. What they used to is motherfuckers submitting all the time. They're not used to a motherfucker like you or like you. They're not used to that shit. So if you look at them, what they've been taught is right, but what are they used to? They're used to motherfuckers submitting to the bitch. That, hey, look, like you say,
Well, if the bitch have been winning all the time, it could be a new day where a bitch don't win, and she'll tell her friends like, "I've encountered a man.
With a
I've
man.
encountered a man that's different.
He's a
But
mutant.
that's the
He's a
key.
mutant.
A man.
He's a motherfucking mutant.
I don't know what he did to me. I believe now.
Come on, man. A
At
man-
first, I didn't believe, but he really, even though he's only
Mutant,
a bus
nigga.
Driver,
Mutant.
he made me see the light. But see, you gotta have the heart. See, it's hard to, this is what he going through now. See, he noticing that on paper it look good, but the experience is some other shit. He ain't realized he had to have a chair and a whip on the bitch. He didn't know.
Man, all like a motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? Even though she's got a PhD, it's still chair and a whip on the bitch. You gotta dismiss a bitch for the infractions, and then see what happened after that.
But he ain't built that way.
I'm always down to after a dismissal. After I dismiss a bitch, I'm not spinning the block. But I'm always down to listen to a bitch when she spin the block.
Well,
I listen to see if you've seen the light on the error of your
Well,
way.
I was always taught not to
You
look
know what I'm
back.
saying?
You don't want to see all
That's what we call eyes forward. I leave what I call a candle in the window. So she can find her way back to my motherfucker ass. When I'm done, I move forward. I don't look back. I burn the bridges. I put my hobo thing on. I go to the
Well,
next
that's
town.
what I mean by don't spin the block.
Yeah, don't spin the block.
That's
Right,
the
right,
update.
That's a California thing.
That's the updated
That's a
term
California
for
Right,
what
I'm
you
not California, but I'm just saying.
They don't know. That's California.
East Coast motherfuckers, we don't look back. They come back to us. If you
Right,
don't come
right,
back,
right.
you gonna crawl back and you apologize and kiss my ring. I'm not fucking doing that shit. As
Yeah,
once I'm done,
I don't
I'm done.
even you see, we're all three different men. See, because I don't once I'm done, I'm petty too. I'm
Right.
I don't want to talk to you ever again in life.
Right.
And I want you to know that I'm not.
That energy is good
Yeah,
though.
good.
Yeah.
And all I always
Yes.
tell all the women, I'm very masculine, but there's a part of me that's super petty, and I
Right.
will prove my point to you. It will kill me to prove the point, and it's gonna do it. Like I always, hey, look, bitch, I would rather cut my arm off than allow you to cut it off, bitch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me, you need to know I'm ready to go to fucking distance, bitch. I don't give a fuck what it's for. I don't give a fuck what it's for. Bitch, I'm ready for today.
But see, here's the
You know what I
thing
mean?
though. I feel like on the other side of a dismissal, you can a bitch can be made to see the light and
Oh,
come back
that's what I said,
in and come back in as an improved
Yes.
bitch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I totally agree.
You know, and then and she have more respect and be like, then she also knows that dismissals can happen.
At any time.
Well,
you know
that's-
what I'm saying? So now she moving different. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's why you should always believe have a woman have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Like every day she should worry. It's a day to day. He's gonna replace me, get rid of me, or not talk to me at all. I'm dead serious. Fuck y'all. I'm dead serious. And that's how she should feel. 1 foot out the goddamn door.
I'm with you
Yeah,
at the 1
1 foot out the
foot.
door, man. Look.
Hey, but yeah, 100%. But it's something inside of me that I know that's not right. But I want her to know, bitch, I'm never gonna talk to you again, bitch. Like,
Well,
right.
and I'm BossMack. I'm with you. I know the circle back.
I love the circle back.
I think
It's power.
I think it for me. It's about how long was we rocking,
right.
right? If it's early, then I may listen to you.
Right.
But if it's late, if we've been together a
if you
long
know,
time,
that's
you
true.
know the fuck
Then
I
you
am.
can't come back.
Well,
I get that.
You know what I mean? I can't do it.
with this situation, this is 8 months.
8 months, yeah.
Right. And then
I'll let her. I'll listen to her.
and then when I look at this, it's almost like, see, I know it's a bitch that been the niggas on her level ain't tolerating it. You know what I'm saying? And now she done just been like, you know what? I just need a nigga. You know what I'm saying? But now that she got him, her natural instincts is to take control of some shit. Cause she a vice principal. You know what I'm saying? And that's how she moving. You know, with leadership.
But that's her job.
I know that.
We know that.
We know that.
No,
I'm
I'm
saying,
just
you gotta
saying,
wake
a
up.
nigga gotta have a heart to dismiss a
Yeah,
bitch like
oh,
that.
yeah.
And
They
see, a nigga coming from a low level, I hate to say low level,
Yeah,
but
low level.
you know, but you driving buses, you feeling lucky to have a bitch. That's a handicap. You know what I'm saying?
But
If you know.
But boss, loving yourself, I don't give a fuck if I'm a security guard. And I was a security guard.
Right.
I used to do some Kids Kingdom shit like Chuck E. Cheese. It was a knockoff of Chuck E. Cheese where I would wear a little fuzzy slip and fuck you. Don't judge me, bitch.
That is real.
Fuck you. But anyway, I was making $40.35. But I love myself so much. I wasn't ever defined by my job, my clothes, or anything. I love me so much. I just didn't give a fuck. I mean, not giving a fuck is the greatest feeling in the world because a woman can't move me. I don't give a fuck about your money. I take my dick and remove. You don't get the dick.
Imagine a nigga that never had a bitch like that though.
That's what I'm saying. And we always refer to ourselves, so I agree with you, like, they're not us. So if it's them, they in trouble. They in trouble, nigga. These niggas is real vulnerable out here. I'm trying to tell you. We all know.
Okay, who just gave some money?
Hey,
$2?
get the lights up and get them chats going. Come
Travis
on, guys.
White said chair in the whip. Yeah.
Come on, guys. Y'all
See, you
doing
gotta have
good.
a chair in the whip, bro. You got.